It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers on Sunday Night Primetime. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Well, I think we both knew, Mike, coming into the game that special teams would play a big role, but I don't think either of us expected it to play itself out on the opening play of the game. I mean, what a return. That would have been something. He takes that all the way. What a start.
Ready.
They'll run it for the first time. DeAndre Swift. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. 45. White. Cut.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard.
Set. Hut. Set.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift, and he's going to have the first down yardage. The stop made at the 31, but a new set of downs. First down picked up.
That's good.
An early text here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Black 40. Set. Go.
Here's Young. First down throw there is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
On the set.
2nd and 10.
Down. Set. Hut.
They'll go play action with Young. He'll be hit at as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. This one from 43 yards away. That one is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Hut.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
From the gun, in glove. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go, set. Ready.
To throw is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to be down inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready, go.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Evan Williams. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. 33, yellow.
From the gun, it's Young. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch out, man. 52, 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Ready. 52.
On 2nd down, Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third and 7.
Down. 10 black. Set. Go.
To throw, Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, they'll call on Brad Robbins here to punt. That is fielded at the 13. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Come on, set. Set.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That one caught. That's Matthew Golden. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And will return to Charlotte in a moment. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Set. Hut. Hut.
Here's Love to throw. He finds Caden Reed for the grab. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Ready, ready, set.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here's Love. To the left side and taken in by Golden. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Aversick's kick is good. And the Packers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hunt, hunt.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Opposite. Green. Ready. Hunt.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Carolina first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Let's go. Ready?
Now a toss, left side, it's Swift, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 53. Set.
To throw is Young. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
3rd and long.
Set. Ready. Hut, hut.
Now Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to have to eat this one, as down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. Ready.
Here's Young. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
Come on, set. Fury. 52 Blues. Set. Go.
Young. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Lucas Van Ness on the tackle. A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Black 40. Hut, hut.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Over the middle, he's got it again. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Ready?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This field ended about the 9. And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 33, ready.
On play action, Love. All alone is Golden. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 23
Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Packer first down.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
Down.
Love to throw it on first down. They'll look to set up the screen here. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. The Panthers, they're going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number one.
Set, ready. Ready.
On second down, Love. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
It's now third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he is out of bounds. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts third and 14. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On now is Lucas Haversick for the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
To kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the double.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Check pick. Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Set.
Throwing on second down, Love. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That one caught. He finds Golden. He gets free inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 77 try for an extra point. He knocks it through, and the Packers open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Xavier Liget, and he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Put set.
Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. They work forward to the 40-yard line. Tyron Hopper there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
They'll go again with Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 17 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
First down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game, more important than how many gross yards you run for?
He'll get about 2. Edgerrin Cooper, they're on the tackle.
Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. That's the left side, hauled in by Liget. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
45. White. Ready.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. That one taken in right side by Liget. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
43. Ready. Ready.
On second down, it's a run with Swift.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
60 red. 60 red.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. The training staff going to and will step out for a moment. Second down, they need 7.
Here we go, set. 33, shot, 17. Watch out now, 50 feet, clock.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And the Panthers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal.
Trouble, 38.
Swift will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Ready. 10 black. Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Ready. Blue, 32. Hut.
Love to throw on first and 10. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here comes third and 6.
Let's go. Hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, Packers.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Love gonna give it to Lloyd. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 48-yard line, here's second and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. White. Drill. 52. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Set, ready. 60 reps. 60 reps. Ready.
Back to throw is Love. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. On comes the Packers punting team. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready.
On the toss, it is Swift. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the ready. Here, striker. 3, yellow. 20, ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Ready up.
3rd and long.
Let's go now. 52 Bruce. Cut.
Here's Young. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Here we go. Ready?
On the give, it's Lloyd. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
On the set.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's complete to Watson. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there.
It's a gain of 27
yards. A gain there of 27 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Took that one outside, waiting for that comeback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the count.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Ready, set.
They'll go again with Lloyd. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held.
Got it.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. Set.
To throw is Love. The outside. It's brought in by Golden. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down. This one, right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Down, set.
Give up the middle with Swift. And boy, tough to bring down there, fighting forward for a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
Here we go. Go. 45. Blue strikers. Hut, hut.
They will run it over center with Swift. Inside the 35. And he will score. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Carolina. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
Blue 32. Tag.
On 1st down, it's Love. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Jordan Love sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Ready. Ready.
2nd down throw for Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Step hut. 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Now Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And now here comes the punt team. We forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This one, returnable. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now. 52 Blue. Ready.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Okay, ready?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Now Young. A throw there. Caught by Lee Getty. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd down. They need 5.
Here we go. 50 green. Hut, hut.
Throwing is Young. That's caught. It's Evans. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the give, here's Swift. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. Cut.
They'll run. It's Swift. Here's midfield to the 45. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 20-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. An even 40 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Fight. Ready. Set.
They'll try the right side with Swift. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Packers going to use their final timeout now. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Ready.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Set. Go.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
So it's over. It's a win for the Panthers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners. As we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.